Pashas Chaye. So here there's a shidduch. Avraham Avinu has to send Eliezer to go get the shidduch for Yitzchak. Okay? Travels, takes the gemalim, takes the camels. He gets there, he parks himself, he starts talking to Rabbi Shalom. He says, Rabbi Shalom, please, I have to find a shidduch. She makes a tefillah to Hashem. The girl is going to come out, then I'm going to ask for a drink, and she's going to offer the camels also. Everything. That's the one that you've shown is the one for Yitzchak. Okay, he makes the tefillah. Sure enough, Rivka comes out right then, and then he goes over to her. It's very interesting. Why he goes over to her and he says the words, but he says, Rashi says that he saw the water come up to her. What was Eliezer's request? Chesed. Midas. And how's he going to pick who to go to? All of a sudden he sees water going up to somebody. Oh, I'm going to try that one. And then the pasuk says she was yoifi. Ooh, as a yoifi. Didn't say he picked her. Let me find the most one that's most beautiful. I'll go to her. Maybe she'll be the one. No, his criteria was chesed. What made him go over to her? Because the water's coming up to her. Oh, malus madrega. The pasuk then tells you she had yoifi. It's more the gezach in shidduchim that the criteria. Of course, you need. The pasuk says yoifi. Every person has to have the yoifi. What's good for them. But what's the focus is the midas. And he didn't go over to her because of the yoifi. He went to her because the water was coming up to her. It must be someone special if the water's coming up. Anyway, but the point is he davens, and then it says ish mishtayeh. He's like confounded. Wow, it's unbelievable. Rashi says mishtayim umizbahel is like, wow, this is unbelievable. It's really coming true. I don't understand at all. I don't understand the whole thing. I mean, you're talking about Eliezer Eved Avraham. He came and he made the tefillah. He asked Hashem, I'm going to ask the girl, and she's going to be the one, and she's the one that you've shown me. So he does this whole scenario, and then he's like, wow, it's really happening. I can't believe it. They saw the shtoimim. Like, what's the problem? Besides the fact, you did go with Avraham Avinu to make a war. Everyone says, Eliezer, you want to go? We're going to fight 4 kings. I mean, 4 kings is not 4 kings and 2 people. I mean, they have armies. I mean, I'm sure there's thousands of people in each army. So we're going to go make a war. Yeah, I'm coming, Avraham, I'm coming with you. Let's go fight. I mean, that's the whole question. Stam. How did Oig? What was Oig's cheshbon last week? Oig comes along, makes a hell cheshbon. Avraham is going to go save light. He's going to die. I'm going to marry Sarah. I mean, what? What's the seichel? I mean, if Avraham is going to go fight, manavshach, is he stupid enough to go fight? I mean, it's suicide. Why would he do it? Elamai, he is going. That means he has a cheshbon how he can win. That means so he will win. Why would he die? And schusim, I mean, Oig had schus to live through a mabel, which Mefarshim say really he had no schus of his own. It was just Hashem wanted some guy sticking around to show you what he destroyed. This evil fellow like Oig. But anyway, if Oig could survive a mabel, maybe Avraham could survive a war. What was his cheshbon? Oig had a gewaltige cheshbon. I mean, Avraham Avinu had to go save Lot because it was a chil Hashem. They captured Lot. Amrafel, Amarful. He's the one who said Avraham should fall into the fire. It was Nimrod. So here was a chil Hashem issue. Lot looked like Avraham. To put him on the media, we've captured Hashem because Avraham represents Hashem. Lot represents Avraham. Chil Hashem, Avraham has to go to war. Yiddish Muhammad is not based on numbers. It's based on when you have to go. Mechamis mitzvah, mechamis v'shus. The pasuk says, "Don't be afraid of numbers." Okay, whatever the cheshbon is, Avraham is going to go to war. So maybe he'll win. So the pshat is that just like Moshe Rabbeinu is worried about Oig's schus, 400 years later, Oig's schus, what's schus? Because Oig was the catalyst. He created Avraham should have to go fight the 4 kings, come out of it the winner. It's a major Kiddush Hashem. Oig was involved. So we see a person makes a Kiddush Hashem whether he means it or not. Moshe Rabbeinu is worried 400 years later about that schus. So you get the same cheshbon. He knows pshat. Avraham Avinu is fighting against Nimrod. Nimrod threw Avraham into the fire. Nimrod created the Kiddush Hashem. Nimrod created Kiddush Hashem. Nimrod will be the one that's going to not be defeated. Avraham Avinu will die and he'll be very sorry. Okay, he went wrong. Avraham Avinu went to do Kiddush Hashem. So maybe that trumps Nimrod. Good. But the point is, who went with Avraham? Eliezer, but Avraham went with Avraham to make a war against 4 kings and their armies. How'd they win? They took the earth, they threw it, turned it into spears. Nisim v'niflois. You go wage a war against 4 kings and take some dirt and throw it at them, I think you get pretty impressed and you pretty. I mean, he grew up with Avraham, so he sees HaKadosh Baruch Hu all the time. If Hagar could speak to Malachim, it was, that's the daily visitors to Avraham Avinu's house. So then Eliezer was part of that house. Doyle Mashke B'Tayas Rabbi, he gave over his Rebbe's Torah. So he was with Avraham, and he had Kvitzas Haderech. V'Avoy Hayoim Eloi, that came today. Rashi says that Kvitzas Haderech. I traveled 2 weeks trip in 1 day. This is without airplanes. So he made a trip in 1 day with 10 camels. Miracles. I mean, he's coming for Avram, Shliach. Avram's a bar Nisim. I mean, he's worthy of miracles. Yitzchak and Sishelech. And Yitzchak davens. He says, scratching his head, I can't believe it's happening. Well, what did he expect to happen? He's supposed to find the Shidduch. He needs to find somebody with Midas. He gave the test how to find the person. He made a tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help. And now he's standing there scratching. I can't believe it. What does that mean? I'm Nishtaimim and Eliezer being Nishtaimim. How can he be Nishtaimim? What's his problem? The Gemara says in Tainus that Gimel Shalo Shalai Hagen, 3 people davened incorrectly. They asked for Hashem incorrectly. There's a medrash. Four people davened. One of those 3 who davened incorrectly was Eliezer Eved Avraham. He davened for Shidduch. And the way he davened was that he presented the girl I'm going to ask, because you always say, I'm going to give you the drink. She'll be the one that's going to be the Shidduch. Maybe she's a Balas Mum. People were dressed nears, they wore a long skirt. You couldn't see what maybe she was wearing a prosthetic. That's a Shidduch. Someone that he's looking for Yitzchak. You have to know the Balas Mum. Mora says it. So, Sholosh Like he asked incorrectly. And other people also asked, whatever the issue is, other people. But he was answered, because Baruch answered him correctly. Yiftach had a problem. He asked Shalaik Hagen, he got Shalaik Hagen. Fine. But Eliezer asked incorrectly. And he was answered correctly. Not like he asked. But Eliezer knows what tefillah is. He knows tefillah. That person davens. So what did he do wrong? See, daven. But you can change a shidduch thing where it says, well, katan, you're allowed to get engaged on Tisha B'Av. Why? Shemikad man, maybe someone else will beat you to the girl that you want to marry. Because how can someone beat you to the girl? It's your bashet. It's the baskol comes out and announces which shidduch is which. No one can beat you. It's yours. Where it says, yeah, Shemikad men acher barachamim. Someone else can daven and get that girl. So tefillah can change it. To show them in the back of the Gemara, look it up. It says over there it's not worth davening because if it's not the right shidduch, eventually either there'll be a divorce, or the person might die because she's going to have to end up getting to the right one. Okay, fine. But the tefillah can change the shidduch. Therefore, you're allowed to get engaged right away before someone chaps her through tefillah. So tefillah's power can change a shidduch. The words that came out of Eliezer's mouth came out in such a way which could change the richtige shidduch. That one's going to be not the right one. So there's a power of tefillah, what it can do. I wrote things. Hashem is wow. Let's see. Everything's fitting in. Unbelievable. If I can, you see the greatness of tefillah, what it can do. If we understand what tefillah accomplishes and what we have to do, what the chayvus at tefillah is. Kol Yachal Kadosh Baruch Hu do anything, and he wants me to daven to him, to ask. That's a Yid. A Yid lives with tefillah. Yid lives with ashgacha. Yid lives with the Bayer Eilah. We have to be very so careful. The world we live in, and in the world, it's a sense secularized. Even I would say that from periodicals that we read, they quote you the news. This happened here. This happened here. This happened here. I once heard B'Shem Reuven Grozovsky. I don't know if it's true, but I heard a quote. Radio made Amunah weaker in America. What does that mean? Turn on the news. Say here, this happened over here, this happened over here, this happened over here, and this happened over here. When do you ever hear the word God? The insurance claim when there's a flood and says, those type of claims we don't know. But who made every piece of news happen in the world? Who's in charge? So subconsciously you hear this and that, and you don't hear Hashem's name connected to it. So you say Hashem in Shul, by the Gemara, hopefully. But his part of all this, everything taking place, elections coming. This person got in. This person got in. Who made it happen like that? Just if you have a little caveat that would just say at the bottom, by the way, everything is ordained. Because we want to hear the news, but who's making the news happen? How's it work? It's all the Baruch Shalom. That's a Yid. A Yid lives with Hashem. That's the way Altos, 80s, and Bubbies, that's where our parents live. In Messiah, they live with the B'tach and the Emunah. That's daily part of the living. And you need something, David. You go straight to Hashem. By the time we remember to come to Hashem, many times we've done all the other shtadlus, and then, 1 second, let's go to Hashem. Straight there. If we wake up to that too, but that should be the first reaction. Oh, Hashem, help me. That's what Eliezer was. Kulei Ruchni. Everything about it from in his house is everything is a Bari Ayla. Then we have to take the understanding of the power of tefillah. We mentioned a few times, the stories that people just asked simple things they needed. We said it last week, 2 weeks ago. We had the branches on the front. Hashem, please get rid of the branches making of art. The branches, all of a sudden, the city turns up and takes the branches. It's like human. It is human. Let's believe that's what it is. Because we don't realize the simple questions that we need. Now, when Hashem says yes or no right away, that's a different story. Sometimes you have to daven more. Avram Moshe made it daven 5:15 tefillahs. Then Hashem had to say no, because he asked it to say, give me an answer. But he would have davened. Some tefillah you need more and more. But the koyach and the idea and what's available, what a person can accomplish, this is what we are. So we have to learn from Torah Avos. The Pasuk says we learn from all these beautiful stories, such messages to us. In Sefer HaYosha and Bereshis, we should take them and have the Derech HaYosha.